Okay, so I'm going to be trying to explain both of the Resetless forest strategies. So that's both the jump strategy and the acceleration or the start strategy. Um, so the first one, this is the one most people use, is the jump strategy. So you want to wait till frame 24 or 0.774 seconds. This is right before that plunger hits the ground. You want to start holding right. Once you get to this frame right here, 4.774, you have a couple different options. So you can hold for one frame, release for two, and then hold. You can hold for 2 frames, release for three, and hold. Hold for 1, 2, 3 frames, release for three. Hold for 4 frames, release for four. Or hold for 5 frames and release for either four or five. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 works. So these each give you different amounts of speed, obviously, which means you're going to end up with different finishing times. Um, so if I just go down the list here for your minimum possible finishing times, for the 1 frame release for two, your minimum possible time is 9.194. For 2 frames release for three, your minimum possible time is 9.258. For 3 frames release for three, your minimum possible time is also 9.258. For 4 frames release for four, your minimum possible time is 9.323. And for 5 frames, release for four or five. So if you release for four, your minimum possible time is 9.226. And if you release for five, your minimum possible time is 9.323. Um, so obviously, if you're going to learn this strategy, you probably want to go for either that 1 frame release for two, because it's consistently the fastest, or that 5 frame release for four or five, because it's not only the easiest, like there's no quick releases or represses, but you also have a 2 frame gap to release rather than a 1 frame gap. And one of those is consistently the second fastest. If you do 5 frames release for four, 9.226 is only a frame behind the fastest possible for any of those. So that's that strategy out of the way. The other strategy is the acceleration strategy. This one isn't really used. I've used it for an IL before, but um, what you want to do is wait until this frame right here, 0.742. So this is a frame before you would normally start going. But what you want to do is hold right, and then once you get to 1 second flat, or 31 frames, you release for 1 frame, and then hold right. And then once you get right up to the stairs, 4.839, you want to hold up and just keep holding up the rest of the way. And you finish with a time of 9.097. Your other option is to go to this frame right here, frame, or at the time 1.129, and release for 2 frames, and then hold right the rest of the way. And then you do that same jump as before, right before the stairs, 4.839, just hold up, and you finish with a time of 9.097. Or after you reach your maximum possible speed, 5.33, you have a couple different options, additional options. So what you can do, anytime between here and you will hit the third plunger if you don't do anything. So anytime between there and then you can hold for 2 frames, hold left for 2 frames and release for 2 frames, and then hold right, and then do that same jump. Or you can hold left for 1 frame and release for 7, and then hold right, and then do that same jump as before. So all of these give you the same jump, and they all give you a time of 9.097, which is consistently, and this is 100% consistent, this jump, because you just, once you hold jump right here, you just hold jump and right for the rest of the level. I don't release anything, you can see in the input display. And you consistently get 3 frames faster than any of the other strategies for the jump strategy, any of the other timings for the jump strategy. Um, Unfortunately, like this start part is harder no matter which one you do, but it is consistently faster and it is more consistent. Um, it will always be 9.097 because you just hold jump afterwards. So those are both of the strategies. Hopefully this helps someone hit this for the first time or something. Goodbye.